today. From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Carson Wentz and the Indianapolis Colts taking on Derrick, Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with Derrick Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derrick Carr.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A check on the numbers a week ago for Waller. 6 catches, 84 yards.
You think the head coach and the offensive coordinator are able to pull the earplugs out now? Because all week, all they heard was, Coach, they can't guard the pass at all. I mean, they're next to last in the league. Let's throw it on every down.
Yeah, last week we saw the numbers. This week going against second to last in the pass defense area. Good for him. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this goes out wide for Drake. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr now to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Again, it's Carr. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
On first down, Wentz sliding out of the pocket. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Wentz now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down, Jacobs once more. A first down and more for Jacobs. The 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Now Wentz. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Wentz going to give this to Taylor.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in that huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility as people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Now Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there for the Raiders.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr, and he hits Drake. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Carr now on 1st down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On second down, Jacobs. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Throwing his Carr on third down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
The guard now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return is Hines. And able to get this out to the 25. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing on first is Wentz. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Wentz gonna throw. He's got Jack Doyle. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football will have to be played. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Carr to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. To throw, it's Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Nagar's kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it's been the play of Derrick Carr that's led the way. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And no thought of a return here for Hines. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 27, Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Now it's Hines. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. 3 yards remain for second down. Now a give to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. He finds his man, complete. That's Doyle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Taylor. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now Mason. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr. It's complete to Derrick.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Jacobs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 122 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw with Carr. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Nagar's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Raiders have recovered. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Nagar's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 16. 1:44 to go. Somehow they need to come up with a pair of touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's got Doyle. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards the pickup there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders 16. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. From the red zone now, Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Now Wentz again. And it's caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. Now Wentz. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And now we've got a 1-score game and at least a little light at the end of the tunnel.
Is that what we call a glimmer of hope?
Glimmer of hope.
Because they've got to get an onside kick and then find their way into the end zone before time expires. Glimmer, or what's less than a glimmer?
I don't know. You're the one that knows all the big words. A sparkle? A sparkle.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we're going with.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Las Vegas, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 14 of the MFL on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Carolina Panthers.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
You're talking about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. And Anderson's got it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. That's pulled in at the 32. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the give, this is Singletary. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 23. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And down inside the 15 he goes. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. First carry now for Joshua Kelly, the former Bruin. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down at 4. On the run, it's Kelly. And some strong running. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. First and goal at the 1. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out. Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll go down at the 28.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Carson Davis. It's a gain of 3. First down, Carolina.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, this is McCaffrey. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll drop to throw. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Tommy Trimble, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first down, it's Herbert. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A give, Singletary right side. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
2nd and 9 now. Looking for Beasley, got him on the slant. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yes.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to throw again.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now down at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Cole Beasley, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Panthers have taken the lead.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Panther touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession.
Charles, it's the second quarter. Your team's losing. You're not playing well as the quarterback, but like I said, it's the second quarter, so how worried right now are you?
You're concerned, but you're not panicked because you know there's still an opportunity. No one's excited about his stat line right now. 1 touchdown pass, okay, that's cool. But he's throwing an interception as well. Can he eliminate the mistakes and keep making the positive plays, the good plays? That's what they're looking for from him.
Time to find out if he can do just that.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Again, Herbert.
Again, that's Hurst.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Herbert. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Good defense holds them to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And this is going to be incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Looking middle, and that's complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Second down and 3.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and
Back to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
the quarterback on the scramble. It's a gain of 6. And the Panthers.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, second down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is McCaffrey on the give. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup brings up second and 2.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 2. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
The tackle by Kenneth Murray. A gain of 7. First down, Carolina.
They'll look to throw here on first down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now back to throw. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Again, McCaffrey.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey
With touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point forthcoming. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The LA offense ready for this next possession.
After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Oh, he stays up. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter. Excellent job on that play. A big loss. 18 yards.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big gain that time for the Chargers. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Herbert gonna throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he's gonna get this inside the 30. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. And that is taken in by Hurst. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. Herbert.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Unbelievable.
Taylor Luan, the former first-rounder from Michigan, flag there. They'll run out of the gun. It's Herbert. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Herbert and the Chargers
down 28-21, a little over 40 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Herbert to throw.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Point after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Into the hands of Singletary. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. Finding Harry, and he'll be taken down as that'll net him only about a gain of 9.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Carolina, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.